Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. We have a new announcement for VA Secretary being announced, and it is a former congressional member. I did a video on this just a minute ago. I'm doing another one just to expand reach so everybody knows what's going on. Going to share a little bit different in this one than the last one. So if you watch the last one, watch this one too. And if you're watching this one, watch the other one, whatever. With that, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. Every thumbs up and every minute watched helps to push this information out. If you're a member, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it so very much, and I do my best to find you in the comments. If you're not a member, consider joining. It does help the channel. You can do that by going to the homepage. You'll see the highlighted members and a join button. All right, with that, Trump nominates former Representative Doug Collins for Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Collins serves as a U.S. Air Force Reserve Command Chaplain and fought in the Iraq War. President-elect Trump announced on Thursday his intent to nominate former Representative Doug Collins, Republican from Georgia, to serve as the Secretary of Veterans Affairs. Doug is a veteran himself who currently serves in our nation as a chaplain in the United States Air Force Reserve Command and fought for our country in the Iraq War. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "We must take care of our brave men and women in uniform, and Doug will be a great advocate for our active duty service members, veterans, and military families to ensure they have the support they need. Thank you, Doug, for your willingness to serve our country in this very important role." Shortly after Trump made the announcement, Collins posted on X that he was honored to accept the nomination. "Our heroes deserve the best care and support," Collins wrote. "We'll fight tirelessly to streamline and cut regulations in the VA, root out corruption, and ensure every veteran receives the benefits they've earned." So, adds here, together we'll make the VA work for those who fought for us, he added. "Time to deliver for our veterans and give them the world-class care they deserve." All right, so that's kind of been my thing anyway, is from a VA healthcare perspective, and I got another piece I'm going to jump into here and pull from. Actually, this one's from Military Times, so I'll dive into this too. But before I do, one of the things about VA is on the healthcare side, veterans either are getting great care at their facility that they go to, whether it's a clinic or the actual VA medical center, and they get great care. Or it's the complete opposite. It's horrendous. They're not happy. They want to go get community care. And I've always thought that, the VA, needs to treat us like we have a choice, right? So provide world-class service, create that environment so you get return customers, right? We are the customer and we deserve that. Regardless of where we're at or which location we're going to. So anyway, it's a big ship. Let's move on. So Trump picks, this one's on Military Times, Trump picks former Congressman Doug Collins as next VA Secretary. President-elect Donald Trump on Thursday announced former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins as his pick to be the next Veterans Affairs Secretary, filling another key cabinet post with a military veteran. Outstanding. That's good, I think. The announcement of Collins, 58 years of age, came as a surprise to many within the veterans community, since he had not been mentioned in recent reports for candidates under consideration for the post. I agree. Collins, who served in the House of Representatives from 2013 to 2021, was vice chairman of the House Republican Conference and a member of the powerful House Rules Committee. He also served in the active duty Navy for 2 years as chaplain and re-enlisted into the Air Force Reserve following the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks. He deployed to Iraq in 2008 as a member of the 94th Airlift Wing and still serves in the reserve. We must take care of our brave men and women in uniform, and Doug will be a great advocate for our active duty service members, veterans, and military families to ensure they have the support they need, Trump said in a statement. Collins has served as a legal counsel for Trump since leaving Congress 3 years ago. He also appeared on the campaign trail with Trump throughout the summer, backing the former president's re-election bid. Collins will need to be confirmed by the Senate before taking over the top Veterans Affairs leadership post. A nomination hearing is expected to be held in January after the new Congress is seated. In a statement on social media, Collins thanked Trump for the opportunity to serve at VA and vowed to fight tirelessly to streamline and cut regulations in the VA, root out corruption, and ensure every veteran receives benefits they've earned. Together, we'll make the VA work for those who fought for us, he wrote. Time to deliver for our veterans and give them the world-class care they deserve. Now, just a few other key points on Collins. Again, we'll figure out more about Collins. I don't personally know that much about him, so he wasn't on my radar. We'll find out more and we'll share more here. But a few things here, just kind of give a little bit of a backdrop. Collins is a Baptist minister who has served in the Navy and the Air Force Reserve. 58, holds a master's degree in divinity from the New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary, and pastored a church for 11 years. He served in the U.S. Navy as chaplain for 2 years in the late 80s. After the September 11th attacks, he joined the Air Force Reserve as a chaplain. Collins deployed to Iraq for 5 months in 2008. He remains a colonel in the U.S. Air Force Reserve. Collins became a lawyer well into adulthood. Collins' political career was shaped representing one of Georgia's most conservative regions. Collins was elected to the Georgia State House in 2007 and served 3 two-year terms. He was the floor leader for Governor Nathan Deal, a fellow Northeast Georgian, for one of those terms, helping to broker a budget cut that kept Georgia's lottery-funded Hope Scholarship program going at a time when leaders feared it would go bankrupt and not able to pay promised college tuition for all beneficiaries. Collins won a seat in Congress in 2012, representing Northeast Georgia's 9th Congressional District, one of the most Republican districts in the country. The former incumbent, Tom Graves, was drawn into a new Northwest Georgia district when the state added a 14th congressional seat because of population growth. Despite his right-wing positions, Collins faced serious primary challenges in 2016 from other Republicans who claimed he wasn't conservative enough. While in Congress, Collins rose to vice chair of the House Republican Conference, the 5th highest post in the GOP leadership. Collins rose to national notice defending President Trump in the Mueller probe. Moving on, Trump wanted Collins appointed to the U.S. Senate back in the day. Trump was displeased when Collins was not appointed to the U.S. Senate in 2019 when incumbent Republican Johnny, I'm not sure how you say it. I want to say Isaacson, but I'm not really sure. I think that's it. Isaacson stepped down because of health problems. Republican Georgia Governor Brian Kemp instead decided to appoint Kelly Loeffler, but not before a frantic last-minute push by anti-abortion groups and people close to Trump to undermine Loeffler's appointment. Collins ran for Senate anyway, finishing third in an all-party special election in November of 2020, in which he was disfavored by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. Loeffler and Democrat Raphael Warnock went on to a January runoff where Warnock bested Loeffler. Warnock won a full term in 2022 by beating another Herschel Walker. That was the Herschel Walker one. That all kind of made national coverage. That midterm when Herschel Walker football great was running. Anyway, moving on. Collins still has a possible political future in Georgia, I guess, after he's done being VA secretary. Collins passed on challenging Kemp for running for the Senate in 2022, but said this is goodbye for now, but probably not forever. Collins helped represent Trump in challenging the results of 2020 election in Georgia and became the Georgia chair of the Trump-aligned America First Policy Institute. He repeatedly spoke at Trump rallies in Georgia during the 2024 campaign, but if Collins becomes Veterans Affairs Secretary, it could be less likely that he will run for office in 2026 when Georgia's other Democrat Senator Jon Ossoff will be up for re-election. All right, so with that, we have a newly announced, not confirmed, but newly announced pick for our Veterans Affairs Department, and that is former Representative Congressman Doug Collins. And if you live in Georgia, if you know anything about Collins, if you've served with him either in the Navy or the Air Force Reserve, love to hear your thoughts. And we'll keep an eye on what's going on and see what we see. So with that, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.